You mentioned floating cities. And so for people who would say, oh, yeah, okay, that won't happen for like 500 years or whatever, what sorts of strides has. Also, one thing I wanted to ask you before I finish that question, you said ecosystem. You used that word specifically regarding the industry. What sort of connotation does the ecosystem have versus industry, or why did you use that word in particular?
Yeah, I think I like the word ecosystem because it involves all of the life that's contributing toward the development of an aspect of society or area um, in this star system. Um, and but when I refer to like ecosystem, I usually mean like a localized region of life and technology that's like contributing toward one mission and yeah.
Gotcha, gotcha. All right. So, in the ecosystem or the industry, what sort of strides have you seen that makes you believe that we're not that far away from a floating city or getting a colony on Mars or something like that?
Yeah, that's a wonderful question. So the floating cities on Venus are definitely farther off, but it's incredible the amount of momentum that can be developed and progressed through the research literature, the science fiction, and um, e- everything in between. Um, I think when we start talking about Mars and establishing, a permanent presence on Mars, it's much more realistic um, currently with the current technology because there are these like the winds on Venus. They circle the planet with like 330 to 50 mile per hour winds, and so there's a lot of technical design challenges there in terms of deployment and operations, and then the lack of hydrogen too and water. Um, but as long as you have all the elements, so the surface of Mars, it's that's also considered, the second most habitable planet. And in terms of the progress of Mars, we have SpaceX and Elon and the Mars Society, Dr. Robert Zubrin, and all of these other um, millions and tens of millions of humans that are really everyone's kind of figuring out more and more about how all the pieces fit together, and it's really amazing. It's like a symphony trying to put everything together in your own mind, and then seeing other people put it together, and then you realize the more you dig deeper, it's like, wow, we're totally capable of putting humans and life and supporting life on the surface of Mars, and we have been the past half century, but there's been a lot of roadblocks along the way in terms of politics and cost.